What's up, YouTube? Well, I guess this is part 2 now that we have the official specs of the new PENTAX KF camera. But is it really a new camera? Is it really a KF? Or is it just a new name on an old, beloved, entry-level, advanced DSLR? Yeah, it's the latter. Wow, it's very underwhelming. Yes, I know it's entry level, built to a price point, but it's not like it's a new camera. And I understand, according to the announcement PENTAX made, internal components had to be changed because they could no longer acquire the original components that made up the K70. However, they are using the same body. They've increased the price. Yes, it has a smaller bezel around the rear screen. However, the screen itself is the same size. It's not touch screen. It's still weather sealed. Yay. The charger that it comes with has a USB-C port, just like the K3 Mark III. However, it does not specify that the camera itself has a USB-C port. Furthermore, the sensor is still the exact same sensor, 24.24 megapixels. Let's see, what else? The red light night vision Astro-based screen option is the same as what's on the K70. It retains the K70's hybrid autofocus system. However, even with that said, it is still using the SafeFox X autofocus algorithmic system, and the components for that. So it is a whopping, not 5, not 10, but 11 autofocus points in 2022. What? Yo, I'm gonna jump up right now and go buy. No, I'm not. Yeah, so it still has the same 11-point autofocus system that dates back to the K30, K5 actually, and then K30, then K50, and K70. Yeah, so it's a very old system that they've decided to continue with instead of upgrading. As regards to it being built to a price point, it's still $1,000, and about $1,000 Canadian. So I think it's what, 800-ish US. There is a fair amount of competition in that realm. It's not looking good. I wish I could say more positive things, but this is the reality of it. I don't know what PENTAX's plan is. Hopefully it's just that they're working on a much larger project and they just wanted to get this thing out the door. So, very quick win for them. New camera because of a new name. But spec for spec, it is a K70. Period. That's it. There's no performance difference between the two cameras. There's no additional options between the two cameras, except for the custom image, sim, or whatever you want to call it, custom image mode. So it includes Satobi, Kyushu, and Katen. However, Satobi's the only one that you can use with any lens. The other two are going to require you purchasing the correct limited lens to take advantage of those custom image modes. Yeah, so much for what I was thinking. I was hoping for at least 27 autofocus points, as in what's in the K3 or K3 2. And hopefully retaining the hybrid autofocus system that's in the K70, or at least improving on that. Other people had mentioned the video-centric camera, which would have been great as well. Unfortunately, we got none of those things at all. So again, I really hope that there is something much bigger and better and badder coming down the line from PENTAX. But as of right now, this is the newest DSLR on the market, and it's not. I don't know how many people are actually going to purchase one, especially. Well, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know, right? So, there may be people that are like, ooh, PENTAX KF, what is that? And they'll just buy it. But those who do know, price point of the K70 versus price point of the KF, when you're not really gaining anything at all, so it's not even like it's really an upgrade. For the price point, the K70 is still the better deal. And yes, I know about the aperture failure issues on early K70s. Apparently that has been fixed as time went on. It got more reliable. Yeah, but the KF is really just a new name on the same camera that's been around for a while. It was 2016, the K30, 2014-ish, I believe. 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. So yeah, that autofocus module is pretty old. Pretty old. I mean, it takes fantastic images, don't get me wrong. It takes fantastic images, great with high ISO imaging. It's got the hybrid autofocus thing for video and whatnot. In regards to live view, contrast phase detect, for still shooting, I don't know how well the tracking really works for that element, but the autofocus for video is it's slow, but it is actually usable. Yeah, that's really it. I, to be honest, was very disappointed. And there's a huge show that happened. I think started yesterday, I believe, called Profusion. It is Canada's largest camera show. And I have a buddy of mine who was there, and he was saying that he was absolutely blown away. OM System had a booth, Leica had a booth, of course Sony, Canon, Nikon had a booth, Hasselblad had a booth, Laowa had a booth, was it Mida something. They make small monitors, I can't remember the name offhand, but they make affordable field monitors. And even they had a booth. You know who wasn't there? Ricoh or Pentax. Neither of them were there. And the crazy thing is, they're literally like the next city over. Like their actual Canada headquarters is the next city over from where this show was happening. And they they had no presence at Canada's largest photographic expo show, period. That's mind-blowing. But it really does seem that Ricoh, Pentax, just outside of Japan, they don't feel that there's a market that they need to cater to whatsoever. So it's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Shocking, actually. Because you can't sell products if no one knows you exist. But if you don't go to any shows, then how's someone going to know you? Anyways. Yeah, so I was not expecting the specs to be what they actually are. I was hoping for something to really quantify the name change of the K70. It should have been K70S, or if they wanted to stick with their whole vision of what they had stated for the reason of KF for field and I can't remember what the other one was. Field and something else. I can't remember exactly what it was. But if they really wanted to do that, they could have named it K70F. But they didn't. They gave it a brand new name, and they just basically slapped some lipstick on an old pig and called it a day, hoping people wouldn't notice. But we know. We know Pentax. We know. And that's it. If you like the video, leave a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Always helps out. If you want to support the channel, you know what to do. Just look at the bottom of the description. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. That's it. Catch you on the next one. See you soon in my next video. I'm out.